This is Gerald to Avance. What do we actually do when we name a word? We are actually focusing upon a set of things that also have their own rules to define themselves. We're not very conscious about these choices, these pick out choices. Let's call them seeds of the word. These seeds are inspirational. They give you an idea. Okay, you have to focus in a certain direction, and every one of these letters gives you an idea. Unconsciously enough, that's enough to give you a direction into the set of rules that define the word. I have a theory to make this a bit more conscious. There are three sorts of focuses. One which is about for positions, the first one in the blue. Another one is about directions, and the last one is about contextual figuring out how the balance is there in total. And these all the letters can be derived to very specific positions, directions, or orientations. Let's see what happens when we name the word city, or why we name the word city, and what we really see then when we can see this structure as well, when we can see this influence as well. And I'll show it to you. It's very necessary to show you enough demonstrations to make you aware of that this is happening. Unconsciously we do that. We follow a certain structure which exists. The same thing as we do with numbers, the same thing as we do with colors. People have hardly an idea if a color has a meaningfulness or not, or numbers, the same thing, but they do. The same thing with words. They are as real as numbers are, as colors are, and they have their own balance, and we follow them. It's not because we name certain things that we don't follow the rules. So if you would really randomly give names to things, you will not remember that language very long. It will not work that way. It doesn't have that balance and so on. So here, in every word that exists in language, there's a reason why it's named like that. And city is the same thing. Let's go to the city. Let's see how we approach it, how we see it, how we are able to make contact with it, and how do we make contact with it. It's all within these four letters described. So what do we have? You mean the three kinds of focuses? You can also see them as you have focuses very steady on one point or in 2 points, or it is describing what is in between it, because you can't keep it within these 2 points, and then you need more limitations added to describe it better. So this is basically what it is. The letter C, where do we have it as the first letter? The letter C is in the first category, the blue category. It's about space. So it is about our focus also. We start with it. We start our focus, and we start our focus in space. That's the most easy thing. So we're looking for a steady point of focus. That steady point of focus will focus on a space which can be materialized within a certain frame. Here I have it. And what does it say? It's from the third category. So A, T, and K are in the middle of our focus. U, L, B are a bit further away. C, M, and X are a bit further away. So it is a bit further away. If we see that into our landscape, and we would associate it within that landscape where all the material can be, where everything which we can define can be, where we can define our focus, it's there. That's the region. So it is also framed within that region. So in 1, 2, 3 points, there you have it. There you will have our first focus for the letter C from city. That is where we start from. The E is our frame that says I'm going to limit. I'm going to limit my filling in of what can be filled in. It is limiting itself into also within these 3 positions. There will be something that can be filled in, let's say, but it can be filled in all variations. So it can be big, small, or it can be filled in various ways, but it's limited to that frame and it fits in. You see an eye, it fits in well. So there will be my limited frame where all the material will be in the end result. It's in the last category. In the end result, we will be able to define there will be something that I can fill in on these points. The T is a reference to place. It's in this physical space and it is really defining that place as a distinction. It also says I have a definition, I have a place, I know its place, I know where the place is. So yes, with C and I and T together, I already know the place, I know its place, I can define its place. And the Y at the end simply says, and it can become bigger. The directions will go, you don't see it even completely, but you have it already defined in sit. But in CT, you say, okay, but it can even become wider. You don't see everything yet. You see the city from far away, but it's bigger than the eye meets immediately. So it can stretch out even, and it can even grow from there. That's our definition of city. And when I look up the word city in as a vector, I immediately find it. It always will fit within that frame. So any vector definition of city will be within that frame and it fits perfectly. So yes, it's a good definition. How can you define city better than with the word city? Okay, this was it for this time. Thanks again for watching. See you next time. Bye.